I know that things are always working out in the end, and even that we have to go through some lessons.
Mm-hmm.
Um, in the end, everything it's much better than it starts.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it makes sense what I'm saying.
Great.
It's just a feeling that I have that, yeah, in the end, everything it's going to be okay and much better than I could imagine.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah,
Okay.
things are always working out for me. Like, so, like this, I went through that fear.
Okay.
Okay, there
You.
are things outside of our control that really we cannot do anything about it. And yeah, for me, maybe it's a little bit more easier because I cut too much TV. I don't see the news more than a year now,
Mm-hmm.
and I forbidden to my family and friends to speak me about bad things that are happening in the world. It's nothing that I can do about. It's my opinion,
Yeah.
that I can do about it. So it's better not to know like
Okay.
this.
Okay. All right. And this is helping you process your fear. And so at the other end of that, how did you feel? Did you feel more empowered as a result of that, or what did you feel? More
Um,
these situations, or what was the result of that?
Much better in a sense that I feel more loved,
Okay.
but
Okay.
from my point of view, it's all about the feelings that I have. It's not so much uh, thinking process
Yes.
as what I receive or just feel when I'm thinking about, okay, I see that I have this fear, and the feeling it's everything will be okay. Uh, you are loved. I cannot describe very easy in words.
You're doing great. You're doing great. I think we
I'm
get it.
sorry, it's just a
Adriana.
feeling.
No, it's good. Thank you so much for sharing that. Very good. Anybody else want to talk about being able to process their fears? Anybody had some fears come up yesterday and then we're able to process them? Okay. All right. All right, my loves. So today I want to work on something we're going to get a little bit deep into some healing work today. I want to take our step to the next level.
I do want to add something, Geraldine.
Sure, please do.
It's the fear work that we did yesterday was amazing. I can't really pinpoint anything, but a lot of things were coming up
Yeah.
and they were just simply dissolving. And I want to share this with everyone. It's amazing. It's happened to me before, but I kind of lost track in between.
Huh?
I was standing in a darkened area. There was a light on the other side where my husband was, and he said, "Oh my God, I can see this huge glow around you."
Oh my gosh, that is amazing. Look at that. So you were able to clear your
So
space and you picked up on that.
yeah, I was just so grateful to you. Thank you so much. You know, even as a therapist on my own, it's nice we forget to clean and clear ourselves.
Yeah.
And so doing this is the reason why I took on this challenge, because I know if I don't set this time aside, I'm not
Mhm.
going to do it. So it helps me to become stronger. So thank you so much. Really appreciate that and great.
Welcome.
And God bless you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for doing the work. To me, what's exciting is to see your souls jump up and be excited about the work because, I mean, we are affecting, the collective like this. You raise your vibration, you heal your stuff, and we help raise that. So thank you for your work. So, what I'd love to do is I would love to get into some really deep healing. We're going to have a couple people enter. And so they're going to mute their mics as they come in, some new members. But some of which were talking to me about what happens when we start getting, really heavy experiences that it's hard for us to process. So today, I really want to focus on, we're going to do a very deep cleaning and healing of nurturing this multidimensional body. What I would like to do is continuing our healing of the layers of the body that we're doing. I'd like to look at any kind of artificial intelligence or any kind of blockages, manifestation of blockages that may be in our space that we're not seeing, that are maybe underneath layers of emotions, of unseen emotions, layers of disconnect with the body. So we're going to start working on that today, and we're going to identify where they are in the body and follow them by removing them. The focus of today's practice is to practice removing pain, removing stagnation from the body. So I would love for you to use as much intention and use your imagination, because your imagination is creation. And through that, we can actually see what's happening. A lot of these attachments that attach to the body, literally, they look like octopus. And what I've seen in my journey, and what I keep seeing over and over again with the clients that I work with, is that these kind of, even pain, even illness in the body, it almost as if it has threads of information that connect to multiple aspects of the body. They'll connect to chakras. They will wrap around the organs of which they are feeding life force off of. So, for example, if we have fear or something like that, or anger, we have it really wrapped around the root, wrapped around the liver, wrapped around the stomach. And so it causes problems in the body, right? So digestive systems get blocked. Um, the liver is not able to purify things correctly. And so, okay, we go. Add some people. And so, what it causes us to do is to develop blockages and illnesses in the body. So, how do we do that? The purpose of this is to, by the end of these 30 days, that you understand how incredibly powerful you are at healing your body. And so today we're going to practice the full exercise of running the whole body through energy, identifying the blockages in the body, whether they are implants, whether they are some artificial intelligence technology attached to the body, whether it's, pain, suffering, stagnant information. Now, as you know, all of the things in our body are things that we have agreed to experience at some point of maybe unconsciousness, or aspects of ourselves that we're at a lesser consciousness looking to experience that. And it doesn't make these experiences right or wrong. They just exist. They're a part of us. And so, as being a part of us, we must identify where they are and become aware of them and move them through. So I'm going to walk you through an exercise today where I'm going to have you create a vortex in your home, in the room that you're in, and you're going to put that vortex somewhere outside of your space. Okay, so wherever you are, let's take a look at your spaces here. I want you to visualize you have a vortex outside of your window. And the reason for this is that when we remove things from the body, a lot of times, because of our environment is resonating with our own vibrational frequency, something objects may even become a match to these things that we are releasing, and they stick to our environment. And so let's say you leave meditation very high vibration, but then something happens, throws you off guard, and then your emotional state will drop. You will now once again become a match to those attachments, and they will reattach to your body. And so we want to really make sure that we are keeping our homes very balanced. Another reason why I like to create the vortex outside of the house is that you are probably sharing your space with other people. And so obviously we can't control their states, vibrational states of awareness of other people. And so they may also pull in those things if they are unconscious. And we don't want that. We don't want to affect that space. So always being absolutely aware that energy never disappears, it only reallocates. We have to consciously allow and direct and invite that energy to come into another location in which it can receive everything that it was trying to receive from our bodies, our life force energy. And so, what I do is I create this vortex that is a direct connection to source, to an unconditional fountain of, of providing love and support. And so, even these lower aspects of ourselves, because of free will, we just invite them to come and join another source that's much greater than ours. Okay, so we direct them out of our space and they go back into source and they can choose what they wish to participate or do in that space, but they are out of our home space. When you are seeing the attachments in your body, when you see the implants, we're going to be working with the contractual agreements that we made in order to experience these implants or these attachments in the body. So I'm going to have you visualize the being that is connected to this, and you're going to see contracts and you're going to be destroying those contracts. We're just going to clear them out. So have patience. I'm going to try to go in a very, I'm going to pace ourselves through this work, and feel free to, if you need to stop or pause or shift or adjust the visualization to aid you, do that. Okay, do that. Do whatever your body requires in that moment. All right, my love, let's get started. So we're going to get really nice and comfortable, and we're going to start by inhaling deeply and exhaling, closing our eyes. Going to visualize our body grounding down to the center of the earth. So go ahead and visualize a cord connected to the waist, the hips, the pelvic bone, all the way down to the center core of the planet. Nice and strong grounding. Breathing, inhaling deeply and exhaling. Very good. I want you to visualize your protection around you made out of something that is absolutely impenetrable. Visualize that all around your body. Noticing where there are any openings in your space, and we're going to close those spaces. Healing our bodies. This is very important to protect and own our space. Inhale deeply and exhale. We're going to start by protecting our home. I want you to ground your house, four corners of your house, ground down to the center of the earth. And remember, your grounding cord is made out of something that is unbreakable. Go ahead and ground the house down to the center of the earth. Feel the house coming into the present moment. And again, if you are with other guests in your home, just ground the room that you are in. Okay, you're going to fill your house with the color gold. Go ahead and fill that room, that house, with the color gold as we raise the frequency of this space to the highest vibration possible. We're going to start by working with the root chakra, closing the root chakra all the way down to the size of a dime. Just observing the body, what it feels like when we close that root chakra. Noticing the stillness, the calm that is available to us here. Going up to the sacral chakra, close that chakra all the way down to the size of a dime. Disconnecting any imbalances in the sacral chakra. Breathing deeply, inhaling and exhaling. When we close the chakras, we're disconnecting from anything that might be attached to these spaces, creating a moment of neutrality, an opportunity for healing for this body. Going up now to the solar plexus, closing that chakra all the way down to the size of a dime. Breathing deeply, owning your space, owning this body. Okay. Going up to the heart chakra, opening that chakra as wide as possible, expanding the heart center. Front and back of your body. The chakra has two sides, so go ahead and open front and back, powerfully emitting that green, vibrant life force from the center of your chest, opening your space for unconditional love, which is the highest frequency of healing and protection for the body. Going up to the throat chakra, opening that throat chakra as wide as possible, emitting that powerful blue light from the center of the throat out, expanding the center of communication, of balance, of the divine energies of creation, of yin and yang, feminine and masculine, activating the higher levels of the body. I'm going to go up to the third eye now as we open that third eye, expanding our center for intuition, front and back, feeling safe, knowing that we are in charge of what we experience at all times. Breathing deeply, inhaling and exhaling. We're going to go up to the crown chakra now. This is the most important chakra, which is the center of creation. So I want you to visualize that crown chakra like a wheel on top of your head. And those of you that have been working with me, just go ahead and fill it in with your creative color. Those that are new, I want you to, now that you are in reading state, which is first three chakras closed, top three open, you're activating your psychic abilities. You're going to see a white blank screen in front of you. And on this blank screen, you're going to see a color. The first color that comes to mind, the first color that is shown, is the color of your highest vibrational frequency. Go ahead and take a look at it. If it's more than one, that's okay. Taking it up into the crown, we're going to fill in the section of an entire wheel. You can visualize it as a flower, as a wheel, whatever feels real to you. Into the section of intellect, setting the intention that our analytical mind, this intellectual mind, is in alignment with our highest vibrational expression at all times. The next is our emotions. Fill that in, balancing the emotions of the body. The next is relationships. The next is partnerships, our most intimate relationships. The next is abundance. Fill that in, setting the intention that you're in alignment with your highest vibrational frequency, attracting abundance. The next is your health. The most powerful form of abundance is to have our health. So fill that in, setting the intention where our body begins to heal itself now. And finally, your spiritual self, your purpose, fill that in. So right now, your crown looks like a really brilliant, shining flower filled in with your unique color. It looks like a flower, like a wheel, like a crown. Go ahead and utilize whatever visual feels good for you. But what is most important here is your intention. And this tool will be utilized for discernment, for clearing, for healing. It's what manifests into our reality. So we're going to go deeper. I want you to visualize from the center of the earth, a powerful green energy comes rushing up into the body, creating a vortex of energy at the center core. Go ahead and visualize that powerful healing earth energy coming into the body, creating a vortex. Breathing deeply. For some of you, if you'd like to use gold, you can use gold. from the universe, from source, pulling down a powerful wave of golden light that comes down through the crown of your head, down your spine, combining with that earth energy. Mix those two. Awesome. You guys are doing amazing. Using the body of a conduit of creation, conduit of light. Breathing deeply. You're going to send 10% of that back down to the center of the earth, healing the earth, clearing your space, letting go of everything that no longer serves you, any heavy emotions, any doubts, programs that are within your space. Just release that. Going back to the solar plexus, you're going to pull up 80% of that combination up your spine and from the crown of your head like a fountain of energy coating the outside of your protective field. As you visualize that green and gold energy coating the outside of your protection, I want you to visualize severing any cords that you have to any entities, attachments, any beings, any intelligence outside of us that has come and attached into our space. With every breath you take, you are pulling in your life force back into your body from any exchanges that were made unconsciously, and exhaling anything that we've taken on from those exchanges. We're going to heal the body now, pulling up that final 10% into the body. I want you to surround your body with that healing green and gold energy swirling around your legs, your hips, your waist, your head, all around the back of your body. I want you to absorb this healing energy into the body, into the pores, the flesh, the muscles, the bones, down to the cellular level, allowing yourself to heal your body now. I want you to direct this healing energy to all parts of the body that feel wounded, all parts of the body that are feeling discomfort, pain. I want you to direct that there. And you're going to see all of the healing that can occur in this space. Allow it to restore itself. The physical and the non-physical. Breathing deeply. Excellent. I want you now to visualize that outside of your space, you're going to create a vortex. A vortex will open up. This vortex is a direct connection to source, the connection to that infinite. It can be any color you want. It could look like anything that you feel resonates with you. And we're going to begin to scan the body for any kind of attachments, any blockages, any stagnation that is left within the body, any emotions that we have not been able to process from the past, the present, or even the fears of the future self. We're going to start at the crown of our head. Go ahead and take a look at the crown of the head as you come down over the face, over the neck, over the back of the neck. Notice if you have any attachments, any blockages that are here within this part of your body. And don't just tap into the physical, allow yourself to see if you can extend that vision to the outer layers of your body, scanning the 7 layers of this space. Some of these attachments, some of you may find from past lives that we're still cycling through. So go ahead and see those attachments. You're going to gently imagine that you're going to take them and pull them out of your space, and you're going to allow them to introduce them into that vortex that you created. So as you see the attachment in this space, I want you to see what it looks like. What does that attachment look like? And notice if it connects to anything other than this immediate space. These can be attachments that are interfering with our thoughts, with our emotions, taking us out of balance. Pull them out. Let that vortex pull it out of the body. Taking a nice deep breath as you're inhaling, gathering everything that we're grabbing, and exhaling, releasing from the body. The breath is the most important. I want you to exhale powerfully. Releasing, releasing all that in the head space. Once you feel that this is out, I want you to immediately bring in a powerful wave of white light from source from above your crown. And you're going to fill what you cleared out with white light, replacing. And this white light is unconditional love. It is most healing, powerful love. We're going to move on to the neck, to the shoulders, to the chest, to the back, the upper parts of the body. Go ahead and tap in. What are we storing there? What are we holding on to? Attachments to entities, intelligence, blockages, emotions, past, present, and future. Tap into the layers of your body, the muscles, the cells, and the energetic body. Breathing deeply. Go ahead and identify what is within that space. And with every breath you take, you are releasing, pulling out from there, pulling out from that chest, that neck, everything that no longer serves you into that vortex. Let that vortex absorb it. A lot of you are carrying a lot on your back, behind the heart, in the upper lungs, between the lower neck. Take a look at that. This is usually the home of where we get implants in the body. Implants. Okay, artificial intelligence. So go ahead and clear that out. And usually this is what blocks our connection to the higher self, to the higher realms of us. So pull that out, break it. Whatever you see there, break it off. Send it into that vortex. Breathing. Notice how these programs have blocked our ability to feel love, to feel safe, to feel protected, to feel empowered in our abilities to heal. I want you to fill that space with white light now, filling up everything you cleared, front and back of your chest, your neck, your back, your lungs. Fill them in powerfully, protecting, healing, sealing this space with the intention of absolute healing and awareness in the body. We're going to go down now to the breasts for the women, to the chest for the men, going down to the abdomen, the waist. Okay, this is where we hold on to the majority of these programs. This is the emotional center of the body, where we suppress anger, where we ignore the communications of the body and the intuition. So go ahead and tap into where we're storing entities, attachments. And right now we're just doing a clearing. We're going to work with those contracts that we've cleared when we're through with the whole body. Notice how our emotions take shape into beings, into entities. Notice how our fears attract events and experiences in our life that are sometimes unpleasant. Breathing deeply into those spaces, I want you to pull it out of the body, pull it out, send it into that vortex, allowing yourself to release all of that stuff that you're carrying out of the body. Notice that any of the organs need to be released from these attachments as well, bringing every organ in this space back into balance, back into health. Filling that space now with white light, healing the body, healing each one of those organs. Noticing how the breath begins to change more evenly, more calmly in the body. We're going to take our attention down to now the sexual organs, the hips, the lower back, the pelvic bone. This is where a lot of us are holding on to a lot of trauma, a lot of shame, guilt, fear, sexual imbalances. Our creative life force is destroyed, blocked. So I want you to be aware now of all of the blockages in your space here in the womb for the women, in the sexual organs for the men, the ovaries, the testicles, becoming aware of what we're holding on, what are we storing in that space. Visualizing, identifying any blockages, not just in the physical, but also the external energetic body, seeing what you can find in those layers of that body, attachments, implants, blockages. Sometimes we have physical problems, but these are things that are manifested in the outer layers of the body. So go ahead and find those. Anything you find in those spaces, send it into the vortex, almost as if the vortex extends out like a vacuum to help you release and pull that stuff out of your space. Breathing into those spaces and releasing. Go ahead and visualize filling that space with white light now. Filling that womb, feeling the sexual organs for the men, the testicles, the ovaries, filling in with white light, absorbing healing into this powerful creative life force that we have here in the body. Going to the back, the lower back of the body, any back pains, pelvic pains, hip pains. This is where we store resentment. Usually it's with the divine feminine or masculine image of our family. So father, mother, we tend to hold on to a lot of resentment in this space. So get into those hips. Get into that space in between the leg where the leg meets that bone, the hip bone. This is where we store a lot of emotion. I want you to pull that out of the body and replace that with white light. Feeling the body. Very good. You're going to go down to the legs, to the thighs, to the knees. Anybody have problems with their knees, with their feet? Go ahead, tap into these layers. What are we holding on to here? What's creating these blockages for us? Attachments, entities, blockages, emotions, past, present, and future. Notice the muscles expand as we remove and release these attachments, almost as if we can breathe into those spaces for the first time. Also, notice if there are connections to other parts of the body that you're also clearing simultaneously through this space. Go ahead and fill the legs, the knees, the feet with white light, replacing whatever you released with white light. Go ahead and take a look at your grounding cord. I want you to focus on the layers underneath your body that create the sphere of protection around your body. I want you to make sure that it's fully solidly closed underneath you, underneath your feet. But at the same time, I want you to see your grounding cord going through that protection without breaking the protection. It goes through it. And you are fully grounded to the earth. Tap into your grounding, to the extension of yourself that goes down to the core of the planet. Very good. So what I want you to do now, your body is filled with white light. I want you to go ahead and see a room full of shadows. These shadows represent all of these beings, all of these attachments, all of these thought forms that have been removed from the body. You're going to see them in a room in front of you. Any entities, attachments, any people, places, and things that have triggered these experiences. You're going to see them. You're going to shine your crown light on top of them. And you're going to see a contract or many contracts. These contracts represents the agreements that we have made at a time of lesser awareness in order to experience these blockages in the body. Go ahead and see them, observe them, notice how they were made. See if you can identify your state at the time of making these agreements. I want you to ask yourself now, your higher self, what is it that you needed at that time in order to not make these agreements, to take on this pain in the body, these blockages, these attachments? What is it that our soul needs? What do we really want? Take a look at that. If you feel ready, I want you to destroy those contracts. You can shine your crown light on them like a laser and burn them up, blow them up, tear them up, whatever feels real to you. I want you to eliminate the contracts that you no longer desire to have. Taking full responsibility for ourselves and what we are co creating here, becoming aware of what you're letting go. I want you to see all of these shadows dissolving, becoming invisible out of your space. You can send them out of your space. You can either throw them into that vortex, or you could just let them leave your space out completely far away from you. You're going to cut the cords on their end, and you're going to cut the cords on your end, pulling them out of your body. Any final cords that are left behind from these connections, from these relationships that don't serve. Breathe in deeply, taking back your life force into the body. And exhale, releasing, letting go. I want you to go back to what you identified you needed, and I want you to provide yourself in this moment with all of that. You can visualize a color that will provide you this vibrational information, or you could just give it to yourself. Allow yourself to receive everything you needed, everything you desired, but ended up getting these connections, attachments instead. Allow yourself to absorb that into the body. Notice into the root of the spine, into the solar plexus, into the chest, into the head, into the energetic body. Breathing deeply, feeling love. I want you to feel powerful love for this body, for this organism that works so hard interdimensionally to navigate this earth plane. I want you to forgive yourself for any parts of you that you feel in any way were involved in these creations of pain, suffering in the body, knowing that you are safe now, that you are the master and the director of these experiences at all times. We're going to see a room full of our karmic contracts. These are our daily karmic contracts. Okay, go ahead and see a room with those contracts. And you're going to go ahead and shine your crown light on top of those contracts. Those contracts represent the cyclical patterns of experiences that we are programmed to act on. So we're no longer going to be living those out. Go ahead and destroy them in that room. Just let them go until the room is empty. Notice how it feels as if a weight is lifted from the body, no longer having to carry that repetitive actions, behaviors, intentions. Go ahead and fill that room in with your crown chakra color, your creative color, setting the intention that instead of experiencing things through karmic experiences, we are now creating with intention, learning the same experiences through compassion and love instead of fear, pain, and suffering. Excellent, my loves. As you have cleared that, go ahead and visualize letting that room leave your space now. And you're going to activate now the root chakra, opening that root chakra back into a balanced state. I want you to fill the root chakra with love. Fill the root chakra with love. Becoming aware. Going up to the sacral chakra, opening that chakra back into a balanced state. I want you to fill that sacral chakra with love, with healing. Going up into the solar plexus, open that chakra back into a balanced state. Fill the solar plexus, the emotional body, with love, letting it know it is empowered. Going up to the heart chakra, filling that heart chakra with love, magnifying this love. This is your most protective energy. Going up to the throat, filling the throat with love. Going up to the third eye, filling it with love. Going up to the crown, you're going to send your crown chakra up to the eighth. I want you to activate your eighth chakra. The ninth chakra, activate the ninth. Activate the 10th. 11th. 12th. 13th. Activate the 13th chakra with your creative color. And above you is a powerful white light of source. I want you to connect up into that white light. Bring that white light down over your body. Absorb that love into your body, knowing that you are safe. Feeling your body in this light. Nothing can enter this space without our permission. And we embody our creative abilities to express, to expand, to actually come and do and focus on the things that we came here to do. 7 bodies in, 7 bodies out, all charges down to zero, negative, infinite. Embodying that white light. Inhaling deeply one last time and exhaling. I want you to come back into the room now. And as you open your eyes, you're going to continue to see your protective field around you, continue to see your grounding cord, continue to see your chakras in perfect alignment, connecting all the way up to source. Okay, very good. Guys, you did such an amazing job. So let's get into it. How are some questions? Some questions, blockages,